Today's guest is Konstantin Bambakas. Konstantin had both near-death and out-of-body experiences where he encountered Jesus, and today we're going to learn about him. Konstantin, thank you so much for joining me, and welcome.
Thanks for having me, and I'd be honored to be on your show.
Thank you. All right, so my audience loves to hear about near-death experiences, and if you don't mind, can we start on the day that yours happened?
So, when I was young, like 7 years old, I had to do a surgery, and when that happens, I immediately after I got fell to sleep. I wake up, and the next moment I opened up my eyes, and I was in a white room without any windows or doors. It was like a endless white with a shimmering golden light in it. And I was feeling like not lost or something. I was feeling like I'm somewhere I belong to be. And I realized that I was sitting next to a big pillar, like a Greek ancient pillar. The next moment that I the thought that came into my mind was like, what is this pillar? What is this pillar? An entity in front of me appeared. For me, it was Jesus. It's like I have always had Jesus in my mind, like with the white long clothes, and but I could not see his face. He was like bright, shining, hollowing, like we Greeks say, we are not worthy to see God's face. So maybe this was something that I was experiencing in that moment. And this entity told me that this is one of the 4 pillars that we have to face in life to fulfill what it's needed to have a good life. And I was standing at the pillar of truth, and the next pillar she showed me was faith, love, and wisdom. And the next moment he showed me these 4 pillars. I was awake again, and I was back into my body and lying in the hospital's bed and coming out of the surgery. This was my first experience as a child. After this experience, I got really sensitive to energies, and I have a lot of I could tell that things will happen. I don't know how I did it. I was able to. It came up into my mind, and I knew that something will happen, and it happened. When I closed my eyes, if you remember, you're an older guy like I am. The old films, the negatives, they were like brown, and they had these bright figures in the film. And I had this, when I closed my eyes, I had these things coming in front of my inner eye, and the pictures were moving in these colors, and it showed me, like, for example, an aircraft will crash, and next day I had something that in the news, stuff like that. I had no control over it. I could not tell I will do it right now. The next experience, when I had this experience with the entity that I've met as a child, was when I was 28. And I was like lying in my bed. I had done my prayers and everything, and I had the feeling that I was get sucked into the bed. I had this humming vibration tone in my ears coming from back of my head, And the next moment, I was in the same room that I was as a child. And then this entity appeared again. And this entity, I was asking if I'm dead, but she said that you're not dead. And she said only she wants to show me something. And we just like were like floating. We're not walking, we're floating. And we went to a crossroad, and on this crossroad, there were on the left side and the right side. And she told me that the left side, what do you see there? Everything was happening in my head. We have no conversation. And I said, I saw a very big road, very full of people, and it was going to the left. And so I told him that, and he said, "Yeah, this is the way to hell." And what do you see on the right? And on the right, I saw a very small road leading towards to the right. A few souls, a few entities, souls, let me say, making their way up there. And he said the easy way is the right way to go. The easy way, go to hell. You can easily go to hell. And hell is reality. And that have make a very huge impact in me since then. Then he showed me hell. He showed me hell. It was a disgusting place to be. It was horrendous, awful smell of pain, of really horrendous, disgusting. But I have to say that I did not have fear. I was always have the feeling that everything is good. And he told me that these people here, the souls here, can be saved. Everybody that is in the hell can be saved by the prayers of the left ones. If everybody is doing prayers, they can be forgiven for them. They can beg for forgiveness, and they will be saved. Nobody will ever last forever in hell. After he told me that, I heard music, wonderful music, a music that you never hear here. It was like often said angel singing or something. And I asked him, what is this music? And he told me that this music are prayers. This music is made by prayers. Every prayer is one tone. And together all prayers make a melody. And this melody open up heaven's gates for people. I got goosebumps still. It is an extremely experience. It was an extreme experience to me. And since then, my life changed extremely. When I was younger, I was a rough guy. I went into fights, even with the fights with my parents, extremely. And after that, I became not a perfect person, because there is no perfect person. But I was thinking twice. I was always have the ability now to get out of my body, to see how I'm reacting to somebody, how I am fighting against somebody with bad mouth, bad words, how I hurt him with my words. And it makes me say to myself, like if you talk to yourself, you have this voice, but this voice was different. This was like, what are you doing there? Why are you treat this person like this? And then immediately I was like backing down, calming down, and I was like, oh, this voice is, what are you doing right now? And like with the years go on, I became more calm. I believe in God still. For me, it's the creator. I am an Orthodox Greek. I was raised to worship or the God with Orthodox dogma. But since my experience that I had, I know there is no religion. Religion is man-made. Religion it comes from relegate. It's Latin for put into levels or something. People. God has no religion. God has no race. God has nothing to do with such things. God is love. And every time we give love, we give God. That's what I have found out. And I was having the feeling that now I have to not only change me to some point, but also try through me change my surroundings. And that became true when I was like calm and in some sort good person. I have attracted only good things. Only good things. So we can make hell on earth by our behavior, and we can make a piece of home paradise, let me say, on earth still. Because I felt that I am not the whole Konstantin here. This is a vehicle. And when I was there, I was the full energy, the full Konstantin, let me say. And I think that since we had the Creator made us by His image. Its image was like energy and love and positive. And I feel that we are the same. We can be God in some extent, in some sort. Not that we can make wonders, but we can be a puzzle to get together with God. And when you die, I'm not afraid of dying in any case, because this is just a new beginning, or returning home, or we will be with those guys that we always have been, and we will be with God together, merged together as an energy, and that's the whole story. And I think that I hope that maybe I can visit the place again.
Well, thank you for sharing your story with us, Konstantin.
Yeah.
When you were at the point where you would close your eyes and see future events, like kind of like as a film negative, was that difficult to manage?
I have to say that I managed to concentrate. Sometimes when it started, I lost the concentration or something, and I lost it. But I have managed to learn to concentrate that much to see the moving figures, and it was kind of a training, and I have managed to do that. Yeah, but I did not could start it. I had just learned to control it when it happened.
Did it ever become a point where you didn't want to see it anymore? Like, stop showing me these future events?
No, I found it. When I was younger, I found it cool. When I was older, I found privilege to have this thing. I have it sometimes now still, but still I have not managed to do that. But it changed in this case my life, though. I do meditations. When I had this out-of-body experience, sometimes when this humming voice and vibrations came into my ears and stuff, I was always defending. I don't want that. And I got like this this fear in me. I don't want it, and it stopped. But when I learned to control that, to let it go, then it happened, and it was how what I experienced. Maybe I had that experience very maybe uh, not that not so late. Maybe I had it earlier if I was not that fear that I had.
Hmm.
And I have never talked about this story. This is the first time that I talk and to the public because it's always a little bit strange if you talk to people. I mean, everybody have his beliefs, but what makes me to feel and follow the show, and it was always something that I found it interesting because I had experienced it, was the near-death experience of my mother, which she had, and we now have ways to share our ideas. And I was like asking her things, and she was saying the things that I have experienced. I was like, it was a fantastic feeling for me that it's not only me.
Yeah,
So,
that's amazing.
Yeah.
I've had 2 other podcast guests describe the other side as being like at a Greek temple.
Yeah.
And since you're Greek and you were at a pillar or a Greek column, did it seem like that for you as well?
Yeah, this was the Dorian, Corinthian Dorian like pillar. Also exactly like a Greek pillar, like a temple. And I don't saw the temple. I saw huge steps and then the pillars. It was gigantic pillars. Maybe also I have because of the Greek gods. As I said, there is no religion to me anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe there is some connection in there with all these old stories and how they think they were and stuff. But to me, I think to me it was 100%. I saw a Greek architecton columns or pillars.
Do you think that when you were with Jesus and he showed you the road to the right and showed you the path to hell, do you think that was a warning from him for you to change your ways?
Getting goosebumps. Back then, I did not know that. After I got back, and after during my changing my behavior a bit, then I realized that it was maybe a warning to me, and also also maybe to tell me, though, try to help people to go to this path to hell, because I start to be I start to be a trainer. I took people from kids from the street, youngsters, teenagers from the street, and create a soccer team and get them away from drugs and criminal behavior and stuff like that. I did that in purpose to save my soul or something. I had the feeling I have to do that, and still I'm doing that. Still, I am a guy that everybody comes and asks for advice. I don't know. Maybe it's my mission right now in this. What I forgot to say that is also he said to me that I chose to be on this planet, on this world. He did not say that it was the hardest way or the hard thing, but I chose to be here. So I'm pretty sure there is something somewhere else also. Maybe men-looking people that were. I don't know, man. It was like an experience that I never will forget, and I hope that sometime maybe I can visit this again. But
do you feel like that experience never fades, like an old memory? I mean, it's like as if it happened yesterday.
It was just like it happened. Yeah, this is the thing. When I was younger, I was thinking that, like, okay, it was a dream or something, but dreams fade. you think, yeah, I had this dream and it was very strong and very heavy dream, and I remember, but it fades. This thing is like every time I talk about it, it's like I've been there. I get goosebumps. It never fades, and this is also something like it was always awaiting to be told from my mouth, to get out of my mouth to be told public. I had this feeling that I have to tell it right now.
The fascinating thing that I've found with my podcast is nearly every podcast guest helps somebody in the comments, probably more than we know, because maybe only a few people will comment and say, wow, this guest really helped me. So even you being here today, I'm pretty sure is going to be helping people.
If that's if I can help people with my with this experience of my, then I'm very happy to be it. And I mean, we are here to help each other. There is no everything you see, everything negative it is in the world. It is not God made.
Mm-hmm.
And we are here to help each other. We are here to be for one another, united. Sometimes I think we are here just it's like a drill place to see who are the good guys and the bad guys, or who did what, and develop his energy or soul to the next state. If there is, I have the feeling that I'm very old soul. I have no. Sometimes I had like the feeling, some strange dreams, like from my life that I have before, like I was killed from an arrow in an ancient fight. I had this thing in my head, and I had this. It hurts sometimes there, or sometimes I have also another dream that I was got eaten by a shark, and I have my pain is here in the back, so it grabbed me there. And I went to a friend of mine, the woman that she does see also things, and she does it as a medium, and she told me that this might happen. She could see things like without telling me, she would see where my wounds are and stuff. So I know, man, it is extremely something beyond our minds happening, and I'm pretty sure everybody will face it and experience it someday. And I hope that I will be able to remember what I've done, so I know everything and see and travel to things and see what happened there then and stuff like that. So like other people say, they travel to their old lives, and I had not the chance to see it. So it's very interesting.
So when Jesus told you that you chose this planet, do you think that he's implying that you could have went to other planets?
He told me that I chose to be here in this planet Earth. I don't know if there are other planets or are other planet Earths, like other dimensions. But I chose to be here and have a purpose to be here. There are things that makes me, when I get older, I think I'm here. For example, I could save a girl by being when I was I was here to save her. So when I was not here, she was gone maybe. So nothing happens without purpose. We are here. I chose to be here. When I had chose to be somewhere else, something that one purpose will be there to do something.
If you can remember it, can you give us any more examples of things that you saw in hell?
I saw figures who were screaming and also praying. They were praying, asking for forgiveness, and it was very dark, muddy. Smell was terrible. Um, I did not see any demons, or I did not see any the devil or something. I just saw this poor souls there screaming and praying, um, and like fire, and like um, this was like the fire was everywhere. It was like also a sky of fire, a sky of lava, or how can you say it? It was a terrible place to be. They could not move. The souls could not move. They were there in a position like this, trying to move but could not move. They were there. Um, I felt terrible for those guys, and but I had hope after the entity or Jesus said to me that they can still be saved if people pray for them, and nobody is deemed to be in hell. That means if somebody is really a bad person, nobody will pray for him. So that's maybe the thing. But what makes you go to hell if you are against life, if you work for Satan without knowing, maybe because Satan is real. He's there. So did not see him, but he's there.
Are there any other ways that you have changed due to these experiences that you haven't mentioned so far?
You mean how I was treating people or something?
In general, just have you personally changed?
Yeah, as I said, um, I have respect to any being. It doesn't matter if it's 5 years old or it's 81 years old. I have this. I'm listening to him. Uh, Always to my son, for example. I have two sons. When I was younger and they were like 4 years old, I was hearing exactly what he's saying, was asking, and I was not like ignoring him because a little child, because I know that this child is coming from where I'm coming from, and I have changed my behavior to not respect people that much. I respect everybody. I respect whoever it is. I respect my enemies, though. I don't feel any anger. I don't feel any hate. I could hate people. I hated people, but I'm not doing this anymore. Um, I feel sorrow for them. I'm praying for them. Maybe one tone of my prayer is the last tone for the melody for them. This is something that has made me thinking a lot, though. I'm not a guy that goes to the church that much, because it turned out to be like an organization or something. There are a few priests there are working for God in my eyes, and but maybe it should be good to go there more, because there are also people that are real believers. They pray, and these prayers together are stronger than one tone. So that's changed me. That this is something that changed me, my behavior, and yeah, I'm pretty sure that I will change. Still, when my life goes on, I will change and get. Maybe I got to the fourth pillar, which is wisdom. I don't know.
Yeah, I think that's fascinating that you had the fourth pillars. I've never heard that before.
Yeah,
Have
four
you
pillars.
have you heard that before that experience?
No, no, I have never heard that, and it. I have watched a lot of TV since then, and I have waited to people maybe told this thing. When I heard that some guys said that it's like a Greek temple. I was waiting to. He says there are four pillars on there, and but no one told that, and it's. I mean, this is a unique way to see that, what I saw, and I've been told.
Mm.
And I mean, the way is the truth. If you have faith, love, and wisdom, this is to me. It's like something that I have to, and I live my life now. I try to tell always the truth. I have big faith. I love everybody in some level, and this gave me wisdom. I don't know. Maybe it is a plan for life.
Now, you mentioned that this is the first time you've spoke about this publicly, and I feel
Yeah,
like you're pretty sure you've shared this with your mother.
yeah.
Have you shared these experiences with any other friends or people? And if so, how did they react?
I have shared this to a friend of mine, and um, but I have to say in front that I have people surrounding me which are like-minded, let me say, and that's the way that he was very positive to it, and he totally believes in God. And I have not a very strange, not a bad experience with him. Sorry, when I was younger, I tried to tell it to other people, and they were laughing. That's what made me like not don't talk about it. But in my group, friends group that I got, there are a few guys that have near-death experiences too, and I was always listening what they say and found some similarities. And yeah, since I have this interest in those things, I feel very good when I hear other people have the same, or I feel really warm and home that there is someone else that was also in this situation. I'm not the only one, and yeah. So
Mm.
my mother, my mother, she totally changed after that. Also, she was very. My mother was a little bit how's it called in English, um, matriarchalic. She was like she wanted to be the boss and everything. She wanted to be. What I'm saying is this is the how I say it. You have to do it, and she changed. She calmed down. She realized what's very important in life. And she was back then 72, so it takes her 72 years to understand it. So, but she did it, and we have the best time ever now. I call her every day, and because it's also something that I have to bring out there. My father died 3 years ago, and I'm pretty sure I'm gonna meet him. But when he was having heart surgery, I realized that it can be over. So you have to share your love to those guys, share your love to the parents, tell them that you love them, because you say it in the living years. You can say it also after the living years, but it's not the same in my opinion. Share the love and make them positive, because this will also change them. My father changed also, and he died 3 years ago, and I cannot tell that I regret it to tell him I love you, Dad, or I love you, Mama, because they leave this world with the feeling that they loved, and it's very important.
Yeah.
And so that's why when my mother had this near-death experience, after that I call her every day, once or twice sometimes. I don't want to lose this, because I want it can be over next day. So don't waste time. That is
Mhm.
something else that changed my mind also with my experience. I never called my mom that much. I was like, I call tomorrow, I leave it tomorrow, I do it tomorrow. But tomorrow can be late, so
Yeah.
do it as often you can. Say I love you to somebody that you love.
Yeah, I think that's good. How did your mother have an NDE?
She had a lung emboli,
Hmm.
and she felt she went to the hospital with um, influenza,
Hmm.
and then she got this emboli, and she was like, yeah, had this death experience. 5 minutes. My sister was there, and my mom told me she saw what she saw was also this white room with this golden light, and she saw the book of life. I think it was a big. golden book that opened up in front of her. And but she met nobody. She just heard also this singing, and then she went back. But she felt that she was totally home also, and welcomed, and that she is not alone. This was the experience of my mom. Yeah.
When you were there, did you experience unconditional love like you've never experienced before?
Yeah. When I was there, it's like when I was a child and I met Jesus. I had the feeling that he could just grab me like a little child and hold me, and we were like walking to the pillars. And I found this unconditional love. I found this you are here. You will never be alone. We accept you. And also, when I was older, I have this feeling that nobody is against you. You are exactly right like you are. Unconditional love. It's wonderful, a wonderful feeling. It's, I think, the feeling that everybody searches on earth, but you never will have it, because we know this feeling. We know that this feeling exists, but it's not here on earth. You can have it here.
I know you mentioned that you don't fear death anymore.
Yeah.
Do you have a feeling that you're happy to return when you go, even though you may not be in a hurry to go, but
No.
you're happy to go back?
Yeah. I'm not afraid anymore of death, because, as I said, it's a new beginning or returning. I want to. It sounds crazy, but I'm happy when when the time comes for me to die. So, not in a case that, as you said, I mentioned, it can be some years later, because I want to see my kids raising up and do what they have to do. But I want to get there. I know that I will be there. I hope I have not to go to the left side of the road. And I know that we will meet people again. We will meet all these people that we loved, and I know that I will see my father again. All these guys that left.
Have you mentioned these experiences to your kids? And if not, when they get older, do you plan on doing so?
I have mentioned that to my son, my oldest son, because I had realized that this guy has also some sensitivity. He dreams things. He dreamed about his grandfather that passed. Before I told him that, and now he's 11. And last week, I think our appointment was, I think, the Kickstarter to that, to tell me, because he always told me about his dreams, about his feelings that he got, and I thought, I told him that, and he said, "Yeah, Papa, I believe in that." So he is sensitive. He took it very, very easy. I think children are still holy. They are not bad in any case, and they see things that we don't see anymore. And if you give, there's a quote saying, if you give your child your hand, you let him lead you, he will show you a world that you have forgotten. So maybe we should listen more to the kids, what they have to say, and don't think always that they are just lying or fantasizing, or just say something to be important. To me, I listen to my children, to any child that wants to talk to me.
So what inspires you the most about your experiences?
Inspires me as the most to change my life, or
just in general, what do you find most inspiring about your experiences?
What makes a deep impact to me was that everybody can be forgiven. There is no hell for eternity. And this should people know, that they can help those guys with their prayers. And this is what inspired me to when I do my prayers, I pray for all the souls in hell. I include them in my prayers. And this is what inspires me to do. I pray in the night before I go to bed, and I pray in the morning to thank God that I'm for the next day. And every time I pray for those guys in hell.
After watching this podcast, people may want to reach out to you. Are you on social media? And if people want to, write to you, are you public or are you more of a private person?
I'm a private person, but if somebody wants to reach out, he can do that. If I can help him, it's good. I have no problem if somebody wants to ask me or wants to get some more information.
What's the best way for them to contact you?
They can contact me maybe from Facebook.
Okay.
Or you can share maybe an email, so we can have this contact via email better.
All right. So they can find you as Konstantin Bambakas on Facebook?
Yeah, they can find me at Konstantin Bambakas.
Okay, great. So do you have anything that you are working on that you want people to know about? Like, are you working on a website or some charity or a book or anything?
No, I'm not working on a book, but I do a lot of graphics for some gaming, some games, and if people have interest, they can contact me about these things also. But I don't have any big project that people should know.
That's great. I didn't realize that you're a gamer.
I'm a gamer. Yeah.
Yeah. If my kids knew about it, they would want to have a podcast with you about Minecraft and Fortnite and all the games.
Oh my gosh, no. I know those games. My boy plays them also. But yeah, gaming is something that makes me. I'm more like a space simulation guy.
Mm-hmm.
It makes me always feeling home in space. Maybe that has something to do with where we came from. When I play those games in space, I feel home. So,
have you ever considered making any graphics of what you've seen on the other side?
I have done in some case something which is not exactly, but it was inspired by those things. That, for example, I do patches for the army or gaming groups, and I had done some sort of patches saying, for example, with faith you can shake up the the gates of hell, and it was like this an inspiration into something like that. But I never did like do graphics or how that was look like. But my inspiration comes like that. I'm very spiritual in this. If you tell me this right now, I have to think about it. I think my work is a lot of inspiration of that. Right. Always positive against the bad.
That's good.
Yeah.
Before we finish up, do you have one last message that you'd like to share with everybody?
I will share the following to the people out there. That the only religion is love. You can have all your freedom only if you believe in God and love. And in these strange times we're not living in, hope is the key. If you have hope, believe in God, trust in God, or the Creator, or whoever who wants to tell him a name. But in love, if you trust love, then you will make it through this life, and we'll have the. I think you will get to the right path. It's the small path, but you will get there.
Thank you for that message. And Konstantin, thank you so much for being my guest. I really appreciate you, and I wish you the best.
Thanks very much for having me again and give me this opportunity to tell my experience in public. Thanks a lot. Have a good time and take care of yourself and your family.
Thank you. You too. And enjoy the rest of your day.
Thank you. Gonna game some Peter.
All right. All right. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Thanks for watching the JeffMara podcast. I really appreciate you. Another way to show support is through YouTube memberships. And if you do, there are loyalty badges and other perks depending on your level of membership. All you need to do is click the join button underneath the video to find out more. Thank you for your support.